What's up, interpreters? My name is Amanda Thompson. I'm your overall chair for the 2024 NAI National Conference in St. Augustine. In my real life profession, I am the training and education coordinator for the Center for Conservation Initiatives as part of the Florida chapter of the Nature Conservancy.
Hello, I'm Marthalynne. I'm in Silver Springs, Florida. I work at Silver Springs State Park, but I'm also a freelance interpretive coach, and I do presentations throughout Florida as a historical descendant from a historical figure, and I teach people about my grandfather.
What's up, interpreters? My name is Jennifer Chapman. I am the outreach chair for the NAI 2024 conference. And in my real life, I work in an imaginary place now. I work in Epcot, the Seas with Nemo and Friends in the aquarium as an education manager.
What's up, interpreters? I am Caroline Lochner. I'm the local arrangements and field trip chair for the 2024 National Conference, and I am the Associate Director of Regional Programming Community Engagement at Western National Parks Association.
What's up, interpreters? This is Song, your events manager with NAI, and this is a very exciting episode. But as always, with me here is...
What is up, interpreters? I am NAI Executive Director Paul Caputo, and that is also what I do in my real life. Gang, this is so much fun to all be here. This is the Conference Planning Committee minus Alaina, who we will hear from later on in this episode. But what a fun occasion to talk about the NAI National Conference, for which registration is now live. At the time of this recording, it's not quite there. But when you hear this, registration for the conference is live. So Amanda, I want to jump right to you as our conference chair and just ask, hey, what are we going to experience in St. Augustine? Why are we going to St. Augustine to see this amazing place?
St. Augustine. So I've been in Florida almost 18 years now, and St. Augustine is my favorite place in Florida. It's got food, culture, history, animals, wildlife, beautiful scenes. It's got everything that you need, especially in December. For all you northern folks, Florida is the place to be, right? Beautiful sunrises, great temperatures, and there's a lot of amazing places to explore. So really excited for a full program of field trips and self-guided options, as well as really great concurrent sessions that will learn lots of great information about St. Augustine and beyond.
Well, speaking of programs and concurrent sessions, I want to jump right into Marthalynne. Marthalynne, tell me a little bit about the process for selection of the concurrent sessions. Can we get a sneak peek?
Oh, I don't know if we can get a sneak peek, but we can talk about the process, which was to fill out an application and write up your proposals, and then Song and all of us who were well, actually, we had a bunch of people sign up to be presenter reviewers, and everybody worked together. And I loved getting your proposals, you guys. You were absolutely fabulous to do that.
Oh, it is my favorite part of planning conference is reading all the submissions. There is amazing work being done out there. You all out there in interpreter land are so bright, so smart, so dedicated. And most of these sessions, we worked really hard to try to fit as many presentations in as we could because there were so many submissions and so many great submissions. And, you know, ranging from cultural perspectives, other Jedi, justice, equity, diversity, accessibility, inclusion topics, foundational interpretive principles. Just it runs the gamut of, there's something for everybody in the concurrent session list. And man, I wish we could attend all of them, but that'd be hard.
And the pre-workshops are going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's a pre-workshop, Marthalynne?
Well, it's a workshop that happens before the conference, and I think we start on Tuesday and Wednesday, right? Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Monday and Tuesday, I think. The two-day workshops would be Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Monday and Tuesday. And we were just talking to some of those people who are on that list of people or places we might go, or we'll be seeing these amazing interpreters in these locations in St. Augustine. And I think I'm really excited about it because I love a lot of places in St. Augustine. I lived there for quite a while, but I'm really from the swamps. And so it's a big city to me, St. Augustine.
Well, so speaking of the places that we're going to get to see there, of course, Caroline Lochner is our local arrangements and field trip chair. And the field trips on Saturday, the offsite sessions that we call them here at NAI. Caroline, we all as a group got to go see some amazing places when we were doing our site visit. How much fun was that? All of us getting to be together and see these places with this amazing and great committee. But Caroline, can you tell us about some of the fantastic spots that people are going to get to check out after the conference, or on the, I guess technically the last day of the conference when we do our field trips on Saturday?
Yeah, it's so many different options, like Amanda said, with the culture and heritage and history and the environment in St. Augustine and around St. Augustine, and just the opportunity to explore the oldest city. So some of the options include downtown, at the alligator farm, and at the lighthouse, and those that are up to it can take on the challenge of going up to all those stairs. Not only will you be exercising your minds, but your bodies as well. And then being able to go to a research reserve, and exploring an environmental education area, exploring the history, the hidden history. I lived in St. Augustine for 15 years, and during the trip that you mentioned, Paul, I just learned so much that I totally just was oblivious to when I was living there. And it was just an awesome opportunity to learn more, and just to dive in deeper to the history of this amazing city. And I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to go to Florida.
She is awesome. I mean, the stuff she's lined up for us is just fabulous. I'm so excited about it.
And it's 219 steps to the top of that lighthouse. We did it.
Felt every one of them.
Yes, yes, we did. So let's just bounce back to Amanda. Amanda, you've been to several NAI national conferences, and I just want, tell folks a little bit about what you think is there a big difference for this upcoming conference, other than you're going to be there and this committee is going to be there and all that jazz. And yes, there's going to be palm trees and nice weather.
And alligators.
Alligators. But maybe a little bit about the keynotes. We've got a great opening keynote situation happening this year.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We have some Indigenous voices that are joining us for our keynotes, and just being sure that we are kind of incorporating all of the people that have been involved in Florida and around, and bringing them to the conference. And I think that's going to be a huge win for us. Song's got more details about the specific speakers that are coming in, but I think we're looking at how we're bringing in our speakers a little bit differently than previous conferences that I've been to. And I know one of the things that I love about the conference is every conference is a little bit different, but I feel like Florida, this one is going to feel very welcoming and warm with how the voices are shared, the places that you can go and see, like Carolyn said, that hidden history that she didn't know about even living there, and the eye-opening stuff that'll be coming out of the information. So I'm excited. The different approach I think will be fun and a little more engaging for people to come in, rather than just a lecture where you're coming in and learning in the keynote. You're getting a lot more of that kind of back and forth engagement with that panel type discussion.
Jennifer is our community outreach chair, and that position comes with special responsibilities that give you sort of a special insight to what this event is gonna be like, a sort of hyper local approach to it. Jennifer, what does the community outreach chair do, and what kind of perspective has this given you on the event?
I think as the community outreach chair, it's really all about getting to know the people in the local areas and who's going to come and contribute in all of their different voices. I'm rather new to Florida. I'm in Central Florida, and learning about all of the various colleges in the area, all of the various different types of histories in St. Augustine, all of the various ecosystems and the different kinds of naturalist and scientific voices, as well as historical voices. It's just really given me a great perspective on all of the different opportunities that we're going to be able to have, and all of the different ways that we're going to build our connections and our networks within this, 4 days or so conference. It's just going to be a really wonderful experience. I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. You've been really busy. I didn't realize, just like you, it's so funny. We're recording this via Zoom, and you all out there cannot see all the head nodding that is happening while we're talking. It's awesome. But yeah, Jennifer, I didn't realize how tight of a community the St. Augustine, Point Vedra historical coast really was, and how much interpretation really is happening in that small area. Lots of historical organizations and sites, lots of obviously nature centers and state parks. So you've had a big job sending out all the information to everybody and getting them excited, but I think that everybody in the area knows that we're coming to town.
I certainly think so. They seem to have a lot of partnerships in the city itself, in and around the area. It was kind of amazing when we got to go and visit, and they were talking about, oh, well, we're going to do an amusement parks of the area kind of discussion, or we're kind of a group of just some of the museum folks who just get together naturally and talk about all of these things. So they're going to be able to bring their networks and their partnerships to the conference as well. And I think that's just going to benefit anyone who attends and is able to kind of build through those partnerships and networks.
My common theme that I saw while we were there is the idea of breaking those institutional barriers and finding partners within the community to develop new interpretive panels and information and whole new perspectives on things. And I think that for me was, wow, that's that kind of quintessential tie from all of these groups and field trips and options that we had. So yeah, thanks Jennifer for kind of wrangling those groups together, because I was blown away by how they're building their internal partnerships to create a better interpretive environment.
Caroline, one of the things that I really noticed when I was in this area for the first time was the presence of both nature and culture to explore. And there's so much history there. There's so much contemporary culture there. And then of course the foliage and the wildlife and the incredible birds that we saw. How did you, being tasked with this project, how did you find the process of divvying up the sort of cultural trips versus the natural trips? Are we going to be seeing some of each on all the trips, or is it going to be like sort of nature trips and then culture trips?
So that's a great question, Paul, because there is so much of everything everywhere all at once, right? So this is a city that blends the culture and history, heritage, and the environment so beautifully. And on the trips, there'll be an opportunity to experience everything. So we'll see that that the trips combine a little bit of everything, and that we'll have these opportunities to see Florida at its best. And as one of the agencies says, the real Florida. That's what's so special about the conference being in Florida, is that it's a beautifully blended opportunity to experience nature, culture, heritage, and the environment all at once. And I think that we'll be able to see that not only in the conference sessions that are being offered, but also the offsites, the pre-conference workshops, and really everything that this conference has to offer.
Marthalynne, I have the same question for you, because maybe not specific to just the area of St. Augustine, Florida, but obviously we had so many sessions proposed to us on such a wide variety of subjects. How did we go about making sure that we represented all of the hot topics and the areas of interest for interpreters who are going to be coming to this conference from all around the country and possibly even the world?
As program chair, in the application process, there's a series of criteria that you would want to fill, or people did fill out and say, this is the area I want to talk about. So all of the areas were listed there. And then they chose, and some are like people are doing two things. They've combined two ideas at once, which is fabulous. And because our theme was navigating through interpretation, we're trying to help you and navigate through whatever it is, your new plans, reinventing your interpretive programs. So we kind of had that in the back of our minds. And really, I think our theme was carried through the minute people started putting in their applications. And it's just, you're right, it is everywhere. I mean, people are doing so many different things, and the workshops are going to be cool, and the field trips are going to be cool, and we have some little special things to tell you about later. And I love doing programming. I do that here for other organizations, and it's one of my favorite things to do as well. But I've never been through a process where it was so carefully figured out, sort of by the numbers, who would be there and who might not be there. But it's just I've just been loving out every single step of it.
So Jennifer, you've been, again, kind of in this promotion mode, but you've also helped the rest of the team. And I just kind of want to just talk to you, have you talk about like the team effort that it takes from this committee to, plan a national conference. And how has your experience been being on this committee?
This is my first time being involved in a national conference committee, and it is amazing and overwhelming and fantastic all at the same time. It is so much fun. We have such a great group of people on this committee coming from so many different places, so many different perspectives and backgrounds, who all find interpretation and interpreters to be a huge part of our lives and so important to us. And so getting to explore Florida through your eyes and through the eyes of the folks that are going to be coming to visit has been just fantastic. Between starting to think about which of the proposals are going to be taking part, getting to explore the field trips that Caroline did an amazing job putting together, starting to think about how Alaina is going to be wrestling volunteers and organizing all of that, has just been so much fun and so educational. And I just can't wait to see how we pull it all together in the end, because it's just going to be so much fun for our attendees.
I'm very pleased to say that we have now been joined by Alaina Allen. No relation to Marthalynne Allen. We have two Allens on the committee. Alaina, hello.
What's up, interpreters? My name is Alaina Allen. I am a student at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point studying environmental education and interpretation, and I am this year's volunteer chair for NAI Navigating Changing Tides.
This is the first ever What's Up Interpreters in the middle of an episode that we've had here. So we're glad that you're here. Alaina, what kind of opportunities are going to be available for volunteers at NAI 2024 in St. Augustine?
You will be able to help at our welcome ceremony. If you just want to start off meeting people, chatting, it'll be a really good way to open the front door to maybe meeting new friends, seeing some old friends. It'll be a really great way to start. During all of our sessions that Marthalynne has been working on, if you really want to see one, you can get to know the people who are hosting the session by being a session helper, of timing their sessions, of getting to introduce them. That could be really fun. We're going to have a 5K at the conference, and you can help by cheering on our people and telling them where to go. And there'll be a variety of opportunities that'll come along the way, and you can sign up for them.
Woohoo! Alaina, it's awesome to have you on this team for sure. Speaking of networking, we've got awesome time to network during conference. There are lots of dedicated time for you to, continue the discussions in the hallway, to, sit and have lunch with your peers and just continue the conversations, meet new people. I encourage everybody to sit at a different place at lunch every single day at conference, because it's the best time ever. We've got the welcome reception, which this year is really fun. We are actually hosting it inside the Innovation Expo Hall. So that's going to be a good time. You can come, get some snacks, meet your friends, meet new people, and also just spend some time with the vendors as well, right there at the welcome reception. We've also got something new this year, which is our NAI Community Night. Woohoo! If you're not familiar with NAI communities, hop on our website. We've got regions that you can join and check out geographically. We've also got special interest sections, and those are awesome. I think, well, Caroline, I think you're on like 4 of them. Oh my gosh, as leadership, you just can't help yourself. But yeah, so you'll be able to check out if you don't know anything about NAI sections, you can kind of party hop during this NAI community night and check out, I think there's 10 different sections right now, maybe 11 by the time conference rolls around. So yeah, we've got lots of fun happening. Oh, and BT Dubs on Wednesday night, we're taking everybody to downtown historic St. Augustine just for funsies. For an interpretive night of funsies. We are going to have an experience at the Castillo de San Marcos Pirate Museum and the historic colonial quarter. Whoop whoop. It's going to be a good time. So that's also stuff you can sign up to help Alaina out as a volunteer that evening. Should be ton o' fun, as they say.
Yes, those are all great locations and you're going to love it. And the one at the fort, I'm going to tell you, that is not ever open to the public at night, hardly. I mean, it's so rare and it's going to be fantastic.
So Alaina, you're currently a student and you are a former NAI student scholarship recipient. Yes? No? Yes. And you've attended a conference before as a student. So as a young professional, how was your experience at NAI conference? Like, would you encourage other, young professionals to attend conference?
Oh, I absolutely would encourage other young professionals to attend this conference. Every year, for some reason, I always get like a little bit questionable about like, what should I do for my job? What should I do for my career? And then I attend this conference and I see all these other people who are so happy with their jobs and they tell me about what they like about their best part. And it makes me so excited about what I'm going to do for the rest of my job and the rest of my career. The worst part for me is trying to figure out what I want to do when all these awesome people are doing all these awesome things in all these different places. And I'm like, I don't know which one to pick. But if that's the worst thing about figuring it out, then I think you should definitely go.
Paul, I'm super excited about this conference. I love this committee. Like, big heart emoji should be flying up on the Zoom call right now.
Right. If you're listening at home on the podcast, the audio only podcast, just envision a bunch of heart emojis. And here's one actually on the Zoom meeting right now. It's fantastic. I was blown away by the area, and like I said, I had never been to that part of Florida before, and it was really fascinating. And look, I'm still impressed by seeing alligators in the wild, right? Like, I mean, that's a thing where it just feels to me, growing up in Philadelphia and living in Colorado now, it's a little bit otherworldly to be in a place where there are alligators, right? So that alone, but then, the wildlife, the nature that we got to see, the culture, the Castillo de San Marcos is just an amazing place. And Steve Roberts, hopefully we'll get a chance to interact with him. He's doing a session at the conference. The Tilden Award winner from last year from the National Park Service, about the amazing work that he has done with the Castillo. And I'll tell you what, when you are in your hotel room and you're looking out over that horizon and you see the glowing natural wonder that is the Buc-ee's sign, that Song genuinely thought was a moon from her room, you just can't help but be impressed.
Absolutely. And legit, that did happen. I was like, oh my gosh, look how big and bright the moon is. No, it is not. It is a big old neon
I think it was
sign.
Marthalynne who had to say, "Song, that's the Buc-ee sign."
Ah, this is how much fun we've had on this committee. We're
Uh,
learning new things.
Well,
Hey,
I went to
Buc-ee's can be
Buc-ee's. I
a
went
field
to
trip on its own. It's a really good one.
it was my first ever Buc-ee's experience. It was
it's
it
an
was
experience.
it
and it
was really
actually was
something.
Mine too. My first experience too at Buc-ee's. Oh no, maybe it was the second time I went, but I bought shoelaces because they have Buc-ee's shoelaces and I tied them to my hat, and they're rainbow Buc-ee shoelaces.
I just walked around the whole time grumbling about how it's no Wawa.
Oh, so much larger and bigger and better bathrooms than Wawa. Oh my goodness.
Certainly bathrooms. I don't know if I've ever been in a bathroom in Wawa. That's a good point. So
Don't. It's not worth it.
I think we should encourage our listeners to, in the comments, are you Wawa or are you Buc-ee's?
I think that's like saying, are you orange or alligator, right? Like I think that's I think they are two very different things. In Philadelphia, where I grew up, the debate was Wawa versus Sheetz.
Oh, I did see a Sheetz and also, or a QT. But I don't know if QT is in the running at all.
I'm
So.
not familiar with that one, so I can't say. We've gone officially off the rails, but like Song says, that's how much fun we have with this group. This is going to be our wildest sign off ever. But before we get to that, the conference registration is open. Song, tell people where to go to find the conference.
Whatever. I'm going to make Jennifer do it.
All right, my friends, if you want to join us and start that registration process, you are going to visit nai-us.org/NAI conference. Check it out and come get that early bird registration.
Sign up for
Okay.
conference. Get that early bird. We'll see you in St. Augustine.
And interpreters,
That's
that's what's up.
What's up?